So after 123 days, it says here, I thought it was 122, but we'll go with this for 123. In 17 games, Russell Martin has been sacked by Rangers. The 1-0 draw at Falkirk was followed by fans staging a sit-down protest in front of a Rangers team bus, while Martin had to be escorted away by police in a separate car. First thing I would say on it, the scenes were unsavoury and I don't think did anybody any favours. However, the actual Russell Martin losing his job, the sacking of Russell Martin would be anything, you know, certainly not a shock to anybody. Gabby, I've got to say it, or a surprise. I mean, the results, first and foremost.
Oh,
I mean,
terrible.
I think I've got them in front of me.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know we're sitting 8th in the table?
Wow, I looked yesterday after the game and I'm like, Aberdeen got a result, and I'm like,
Aberdeen won 4, I know.
The incredible.
I'm just going to check it, but I'll tell you the other one. I think we've got a negative goal difference.
Yeah, you probably have.
We're sitting 8th in the table and we've got a negative goal difference. So, listen, mate, there's no surprise, I don't think at all. Ali, I want to ask you, because we all repeat ourselves every hour, you know, for new listeners, but for all the Rangers fans across the world, millions of them listening, you know, there's no one better to be on this morning than you about their football club, your football club. What is the problem? Because it's not just Russell Martin, is it? What's the problem above? And has Russell Martin just give a good interview to get the job? And... Do you know what I think? And I don't know, because I'm obviously speaking from the outside now, looking in. I think probably the new owners and certainly the old management staff there probably underestimated the size of the job and the task. You know, I think there's a lot of people maybe just look a little bit at Scottish football and say, well, Rangers and Celtic will win their games and that's it, finished, you know, that's because that's what they do. But as you know, football, Gabby, it's a lot more difficult than that and a lot harder than that. And I just think that aligned to really poor business in the transfer market in terms of recruitment. I mean, I'm looking at that team, Gab, you know, and it's easy to blame the manager, but and the manager should, because the manager that's where the buck stops, that's where the responsibility is. It's at the manager's door. So that we all know that's what happens. But the players have got to take some of the responsibility as well, Gabby. Some of the defending. You see the goals Rangers lost midweek?
Yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, it was incredible.
Terrible.
I mean, pardon me, and as I said earlier, the buck rightly and understandably stops at the manager, but sometimes when you get on the pitch, you've got to take responsibility. And Rangers just look like they look like wee boys, mate. So they actually, I'm watching that game. I watched the game against Falkirk yesterday. Falkirk outran Rangers. They outfought Rangers. You know, and that can happen occasionally, but it's been happening on a regular basis. Not good enough, mate.
We had Alex McLeish on last week.
Yeah, big Alex.
Before the Livingston game, and I said to him, "Are you worried about this game? Because you know teams are not scared of Rangers anymore." And he sort of laughed me off, big Alex, and I was like, "Mate, like this isn't the Rangers of your era and the teams you manage. Like, no one's scared of Rangers now." Falkirk yesterday probably thought, "Yeah, no problem." Scott Arfield put in a performance as well. He was doing punditry.
Correct.
During the week, wasn't he?
Yeah. I was working on.
And he's played against Rangers. I had to check the name over twice.
Gabby, one of the worrying things is as well, sitting with 8 points from 7 games and a minus goal difference, right? And they've just read the figures there. 17 games, 5 wins, 6 draws, 6 defeats. You know, sitting 8th in the table, 1 win, 5 draws, 1 loss. The away games, you know, I think you've been to St Mirren, you've been to Motherwell, you've been to Falkirk. It's not as if you've been to Celtic, you've been to Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen. You know, Livingston, you've been to. Yeah. These are games you would be expected to. I think your point to Big Alex absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
At this moment in time, Rangers are incapable of going anywhere and giving their fans a massive degree of confidence, no matter who they're playing.
I think the Falkirk manager yesterday said, didn't he? He said,
John McGlynn, yeah.
They're all. Most of the players are Rangers fans. They were there. They were there this season, watching them in the Europa League as fans.
That's right.
But it's like a day out. It's like, you know what? Get the first goal, or if it's 1-0, you're still in it. They'll crumble. They're weak. They haven't got the mentality.
Smell blood.
They're scared.
That's what they do.
The pressure.
Gabby, you're 100% right. The opposition no matter who Rangers are playing right now, smell blood.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And they'll go for it. And Rangers, unlike a wounded animal can be very, very dangerous. Rangers are a wounded animal at this moment in time, but look anything but dangerous. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think the players that they've signed over the last few years, you know, the
not been good enough.
Campwells, the Lawrence, even this season, some of the players they've got from the Championship, do you think that not just the players, but the managers that have signed them have thought, yep, I'll get them from the Championship, and, you know, the SPL's not as good as the Championship, it'll be easy for them, but they've come in and thought, ooh, you know, playing on these plastic pitches, it's not as easy as you think sometimes, Ali. The conditions as well. And
see, the one thing about the opposition, are they technically as gifted as some of the boys, particularly a lot of the boys in the top flight down south? No, they're not. But I tell you what they are, Gab. They're organised, really well organised, some good level of coaching, and they're really willing and committed players.
It's a cup final. Correct. Rangers and Celtic is a cup final, isn't it?
Correct.
And if you put in a decent performance, Ali, what happens? We might end up getting a move.
Here we go. Right. It says roughly might be a couple of grand out, whatever it may be. Paid $9 million on a centre forward, Chermiti. Paid $4.5 on a right winger, Ant-Man. We spent $4 million on a winger, Cortez, who's now out on loan, by the way. But I don't even know where he is. He's out on loan. $4 million on Asgard, who came off the bench. $3 million on a centre forward, Miovski. Here's a classic for you. $3 million on the boy Fernandez, the centre back for Peterborough. And I've seen him in about 6-7 weeks. The only one for me would be the wee lad, Gassama.
Yeah.
He was come in at $2.5 million.
Yeah.
And looked lively, by the way.
Yes, very good.
And he's been, I would suggest he's probably, again with the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has done really well. Goalkeeper has made a couple of mistakes here and there, as they do. But Jack Burns kept Rangers in it.
100%. Even he saved yesterday, late on.
Aye.
Kept them in it.
He did, mate.
But do you think as well, Ali, as a football club and an ownership, when a new manager comes in and they're falling out with Raskin and they're falling out with Tavernier, you're probably saying to yourself, okay, if you get results, we'll back you. But once you don't get the results,
you've no chance.
Then all the best when you've got a top Belgium international that you're obviously he's back playing now, but you fell out with for so long. The writing's on the wall, isn't it?
As well, see, like, particularly Raskin and Tavernier, whatever. See if you have a fallout with them. That's fine, because it can happen. We all know it can happen. But you cannot leave them out to the detriment of the team.
No.
Right? See if you've got a problem and you feel you should discipline them, then you might have to do it in another way.
Yes.
Because if it affects the team performance and the team's results, you can't do it.
Yep.
You cannot cut your nose off to spite your face.
Totally agree.
The team's the most important thing.
Yep.
Anyway, I've got no doubt we'll get plenty of calls on that this morning. We understand that Stephen Gerrard and former Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Roll are both in contention to replace Martin. So we're going to get your calls, Rangers fans out there this morning. I'm sure it's going to be a busy morning. Who do you guys want to see to come in as the next boss? Do you think the fans took it too far yesterday? Personally, did they take it too far yesterday? I don't know, Gab. I must admit, I didn't like.
It's hard.
I didn't like what I saw because it looked a little bit like mob rule to me.
Yeah.
Right. And we've not got a place for that. However, where I will stand up and say the fans have got every right to protest, they've got every right to voice their opinion. I do accept that, and I want that must continue.
But if they didn't, maybe you'd still have a job now. So that's maybe the way they look at it. Maybe it's fans.
Look at that. But you know the drill. 03717 223344. Give us a call.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.